for any reason, ever share your private keys, passphrases, passwords, or click suspicious links. Everyone all the time is trying to steal your stuff, so go slow and be careful. There's no point making all this money just to give it to a thief.
Are you tired of all the uneducated noise you're getting from the droves of YOLO meme coin peddling douchebag gurus out there trying to use you as their exit liquidity? Would you rather learn a competent university-level set of skills that will guide you in managing and investing for the rest of your life? Join us 3 days a week at Digital Investor. Develop your knowledge of game theory, cognitive bias, macroeconomics, monetary theory, investment theory, psychology of the crowds, and more. For more info on Digital Investor and how it can help you, reach out at nickblacknext.com.
Look at all these people. Lisa, it's not on your phone. It's in your account. Do you want to do that, Brandon? Should we go through the messages and read them with like an actor would read them?
No, you've seen those readings where
okay,
they read the comment section, right? They read the comment section.
Do this one conspiratorially. Do Greg's.
What's up, Nick and Brandon?
Oh, that's kind of. Yeah, I guess that's
kind of.
What's up, Nick and Brandon? That's a weird intonation.
It's like more conspiracy towards Brandon.
This is a conspiracy one. Well, it's okay. Nick and Brandon, please keep in mind that those of us still in the accumulation stage may not want to use crypto to pay for the service. There is no point in buying crypto just to send it to you. Well, Larry, keep in mind that those of us that work in the crypto space may not want to take your terrestrial dollars for our crypto service. There is no point working in the crypto space just to accept green dollars. No, the actual answer is we don't care what you do. If you want to save money, pay crypto. If you want to pay regular greenbacks, pay greenbacks. You can just do that.
Yeah, both are options still on the website, Larry. I don't know who told you otherwise.
We don't care.
They're both
all we did,
buried there.
We just wanted for people that wanted to pay in crypto and want a 20% freebie, that's 20%. That's arbitrage. I have an arbitrage video coming out later. I'm going to do a lot of these 1-minute videos. It's perfect. So cool. Anyway, so Larry, you can pay whatever the hell way you want. But if you want to immediately knock 20% off the price.
Brett, he's like so happy I'm wearing sleeves. I have shirts with sleeves. Oh, that's funny.
All right, I'm going to go through the list. I'm going to go through it fast. Yeah, and then we're going to do some general housekeeping. Hello. Howard, what up, buddy? Hello. We need Rick and Morty to do this. Hello. And somebody had said on the 250, yes, we're limiting. You guys know that, right? We're limiting the total subs to 1,000 because we've noticed that that's about 1,000 to 1,100 is the engagement we get on the videos. Meaning there's about 1,000 to 1,100 people that seem interested in this, and maybe we don't have the bandwidth to manage more than that. That's about. I mean, we had what 3,500, almost 4,000 in digital heavyweights, but of those, I'd say a lot of those people were they weren't really kind of hanging out with us. They were just every now and then getting like emails and crap. And if that's the case, then I don't know, maybe digital, whatever. But for us to engage with people, like 1,000 is about it.
110 in Houston. Gosh, dang it, that's warm. Oh,
yeesh.
Wow.
Okay, should we get our general housekeeping out of the way, Brandon?
I think the fees are less with crypto, honestly, if you do the math.
Oh, yeah.
I can do a transaction for $1 in Ethereum, and I think my Visa charges, I don't know, depends on the back end. So
Jungle in the house. I have an interview with Jungle coming up, but he got SIM swapped and he was dealing with all that crap. And so we had to postpone our interview.
This is a good question. Jason, you did not purchase nodes then on Friday. If the money's still in your account, you didn't finalize the transaction. I get this probably 10 times a day. Watch my video on the hypercycle node. Here, let me share my page. Hold on a second. On the hypercycle node page, you got to watch my video and make sure you walk through every single step. The last step is a MetaMask transaction. This means you did not sign the MetaMask transaction at the end, because it is instant. Crypto's instant. A lot of people ask me this, when are you going to pull the money out of my account? Yeah, I don't pull the money out of your account. You give it to me. So you sign it over and it's instant. If the money's still in your account, we didn't get the money. If the money's out of your account, we got the money. It's that simple. There's like no other route for your money to go. It doesn't just go off into the crypto space. If you use the website, it's pure. It's like awesome.
The link for heavyweights, there's no more digital heavyweights. So there's no link. It's just nickblacknext.com. Yeah. And then to answer what happened to digital heavyweights, we no longer felt the institution had anything to offer us or our community. So we, in a nice way, parted ways. It wasn't an evil. We're not like, we don't like them. Everybody's happy and friendly. We just decided it was time for Brandon and I to go our own way. We were doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes anyway. So yeah.
Go your own way.
That's right. We got Slim and me, man. So okay, so how many we have now? 274. We have 274 subs for the show. And when 1,000 is it, and it's not like a marketing thing. Like 1,000 is it. We have a lot to contend with. Remember, it's not just digital investor, but digital investor feeds digital private client, which is private client services. So we have to manage that group. And then we have to manage nodes and node licenses and building marketplaces and making all these tools so you guys can use them. Plus we're training digital twins at the same time so that you guys will have like bots that you can ask questions, like even up to, borderline investment questions, things like that. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes. And we just have no desire to A, hire anyone else, or B, take on work that we can't do. And this is about as much work as we can do and be able to communicate with you guys. So that's it. 1,000 is the number. And yes, nodes are still available. Nodes are available for anyone. You can, and listen, again, people can do anything they want with these nodes. We were talking to Tufi yesterday. We had a great conversation with Tufi and Evan about splitting the nodes and how that's going to all work. They're building a lot of software over at Hypercycle that will enable us to do those things. So we are on the bleeding edge of giving everybody everything they need to go off in their own direction, do whatever they want. Brandon, do you have anything to add to that?
100%. We're going to talk about this in a second. I don't know if we want to talk about it now, but we need to explain how that's going to work.
Do you want to, should we go into that a little bit?
Yeah. Okay. So super simple. This is good because we actually had a really good call with Tufi yesterday explaining the whole hypercycle node process, and it's fairly complicated, but we're going to simplify it for right now for your terms. A lot of people want to know what's going to happen when they get the license, right? So the license is actually going to be some sort of an NFT. You're going to have that license in your wallet. Your wallet can have that license that's going to connect to a dApp. That dApp is a decentralized application. And when you sign that license into the app, that license is now going to be working either on the hardware that we provide at Digital Investor, which is going to be the easiest, obviously, solution for you, or you can do it on your own hardware. Secondly, you're going to have the tokens. Ideally, those tokens will be in the same wallet because guess what? If you have the tokens in the same wallet, you'll end up signing one single signature, and both your license and the tokens will go into that dApp at the same time. But alternatively, you can sign two signatures, one for your license to go in, and the second for your tokens to go in and marry against that license if they're in different wallets. A couple people have asked, can I have the tokens in different wallets? Anyway, you can, but we would just recommend for simplicity right now and for cost effectiveness to keep them in the same wallet if you can. If there's some weird reason why you can't, then we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But you'll sign those into the dApp very similar to how you do right now on Singularity DAO. You know how you go stake your tokens on there? You're essentially, and this is quotes because I'm using terminology that we used before so you can understand it. You'll go stake your license over to this new dApp the same way that you go stake your tokens over at Singularity DAO, but it's just going to be on a new site that we're going to provide for our digital investor hardware. It's going to be really cool. So it's going to work out simply. Now, a lot of people want to know, can you take your license off and take it somewhere where you want to have it? Yes, that's going to be simple too. You'll just go pull it off that DApp and take it with you wherever you want to go. If you want to take it to your own hardware or do your own thing with that license, you're going to be able to do that as well. There was a question Howard just asked, the earlier the better. Yes, the earlier the sequence that you get on your node license, the better, because we're going to get those licenses working sooner and they're going to gain a better reputation and more of an uptime. So when people come to buy AI computing power, they're going to choose the ones that have done the most work and have proved that they're the best ones at computing the fastest and the most efficiently, which are going to be our licenses, because we're going to put those things to work ASAP, like as soon as we possibly can. And people are like, well, Cryptopia is going to beat you. No.
Well, it's not anybody's going to beat anybody. It's going to be when we find that there is a competent data center, facilities where these tokens and licenses can be put, and it's going to have the best chance for success, both uptime, and tilling and compute, and that your relative score of your node is going to go up. That's where we're going to put the tokens. And those facilities are not built out yet. Even HYPC is not technically flipped the on switch. So everybody, the whole network is on pause. But I would also say they never originally thought they were going to be this far anyway at this moment. We're only not even quite 4 months in, and this is an 18-month roadmap. So remember, they had not planned on delivering any of this stuff for many, many, many months. They are way ahead of where they were going to be. So again, I would just urge everyone to slow down a little bit and be cautious. And have Brandon have the airdrops of the.
Let's get to this in a second. Let's finish this train of thought, because we got it. So yes, you'll use the same wallet contract address on that thing. This is how are these contracts? So a smart contract is basically creating these NFTs. These NFTs are actually created on other blockchains already, but we're getting the final audit on the ERC 721, which we ended up talking to Tufi, and the 721 is going to be ultimate in all ways, shapes, and forms, because ultimately they're going to shift that. And the secondary hypercycle thing, after it's like locked with the tokens and the license itself, is going to turn into, I think, an 1155 contract, which is so cool. And a lot of people have asked, can you split your node? So if you bought 8, can I split those into 2 4s, or can I split those into 8 1s? Yes, you're going to be able to do that as well. Within the smart contract, there's going to be a function that you can call that's going to be able to allow you to split those. So you can actually separate your 8 licenses and send those to 8 different wallets if you wanted to. Like, you're going to have total control over these licenses once we get those sent out. So just be a little bit patient. Like Nick just said, we're 4 months into an 18th month process, but we're going to explain things as we go, and it's going to be very simple. Okay, so back to the NFT question. Where's that thing? Have all the air. Okay, so I did post this as many places as I could. I said 3 basic things. Number 1, no, I have not completed doing all the NFT airdrop. I've done a lot of them. How do I see the NFTs? I'm going to go through that right now, because a lot of people don't know. And I've gotten, literally after I posted this, the same people that I know have seen those things come to me and, hey, I can't see my NFT. Okay, guys, I love you, but patience. We're going to walk through this. This is also very educational for Nick and I, because we know where your boundaries are and like what you do and not know and what you know. So this is good for us, because we're going to walk through this. So let's go through my screen here. Oh my gosh, let's get that thing up here. So the number 1 place where you're going to check out your NFTs in your wallet is you're going to go to a place called OpenSea.io. Okay, make sure to type that in. Don't click on any links. What did I say? I can't remember. Oh yeah. Is there like a banner for that? Don't click on any links.
A banner for there. I mean,
don't click on any links.
Yeah, that's just common sense 101.
Okay. Except I am going to have the link in our digital investor dashboard in a bit. But OpenSea.io, just go ahead and type it in. You can see up here in the address bar, it says OpenSea.io. You can go ahead and connect your wallet. It'll have a little pop-up that says connect your wallet. Once you do that, you're going to go to your profile, okay? When you go to your profile, this is super simple, okay? You'll go down here and you'll go to your licenses, okay? I'm going to go to somebody's wallet that I sent some to, because I can go through here and I can see all the ones that I sent out a couple days ago. So for example, I'm going to go to this person's wallet. I don't know who it is. And for example, this person is one of the ones that probably messaged me, maybe not, and said, hey, I bought 2 sets of 32 nodes and I only have 1 in my wallet. Because look, there's only 1 NFT in there, right? But if you look right here, you see that little thing where it says X2? That means you have 2 of that NFT. It's an 1155 NFT. So when you go in here, this person can actually list up to 2 NFTs. I can't because these are in his wallet. So I'll go back to my wallet and I'll show you a little bit. This is not my wallet, but this is the digital investor. So I still have 35 of these to send out on this master license. So I can actually, it says there's 13 owners. And it says I can list up to 35 of them because I have 35. So if you go to OpenSea, it basically tells you everything that you need to know. It'll also go through and it'll show you all the different owners of this NFT. So you can go check out all these 13 owners that have this NFT, go through here and see, oh, this person has this many, this person has this many. So all you do to look up your wallet, if you don't want to connect your wallet to OpenSea's website, you can go ahead and copy and paste your wallet in the search bar and click on it, and you will find your wallet that way. So that's a couple of different ways that you can see how much you own or how much of the NFT that you have in your wallet. But the easiest way, just go to your dashboard, go to your profile, and you'll see this X35 or X2 or whatever it is in your wallet, and you'll see how many of each of the NFTs you have. Now, I know a lot of you have been like, oh, dude, I bought one, and then I bought one a couple days later. So what probably happened is I sent out the one and not the other one because I still haven't finished sending out these NFTs yet. So don't worry. I promise you, like, I know what I'm doing. They'll get there and you'll have them in your wallet. But just be patient with me until I say, oh, all the NFTs are sent out. Now check your wallets. If there's something wrong, then message me. But I know you guys are checking the node list as well. So you'll go over here and you'll check the node list. Be sure to check all these addresses in here. You'll see that your address is in here. And a couple people have messaged me and said, oh, I bought 2 and it only says 1. But your address will be in here twice because you bought 2 separate transactions. So it'll be further down on a different master license. So anyway, that's all I need to cover on that stuff. And I think it's pretty clear, hopefully. Any questions from that point on?
Someone has the nodes and tokens going to use your hardware. Do you know what percentage? Nope. Until the network's up and running, no one knows what anybody's going to get. That's why they're rolling out a few testing facilities. And maybe Ronald is a part of that too. Maybe you're participating in that. But I think that's what the bottleneck is going to be, is facilities, because there's no shortage of people with tokens and people have licenses. And I think everybody's going to want to put those to work. It's going to be facility space. And that will be facility space goes, at least our facility space is private clients first. Although the good thing about that is most of the private clients, all their tokens are going to be at HyperPG. So don't worry about that, say, first 51 million tokens. That's going to HyperPG. Then subsequent private client purchases would go into whatever facilities that we're building through David. And then, that David and his team are building. And then anybody else that has facilities that, we can verify, then we would point people in those directions. So, but it's kind of a first come, first serve basis. So as people started, we have a list, we know when people bought what, and the earlier you get nodes, the earlier you get access. I think that's the only fair way to do it. But there's going to be plenty of facilities. Other people are going to be opening facilities and running data centers, things like that. So I don't think anybody's going to get left behind, but you might not be, day one or something like that. Brandon, thoughts?
No, that makes sense. Here's the NFT site again. It's OpenSea, and this is just the easiest marketplace to look at your NFTs. They've laid it out really well, despite all the negatives that it has. You won't have to worry about those for now. We might walk through those one day, but yeah, this is the easiest place to go check your wallet. And what I mean by wallet, your MetaMask wallet. You'll connect it to OpenSea.io. You can go to my profile right here, and you can see whatever NFTs are in your wallet. This is also a good time to mention, people will airdrop you NFTs. If you didn't put them in your wallet, don't touch them. And I'll go over that in a video as well. But don't touch them. Do not.
Hey, Brandon, why is 8 the minimum number?
Of licenses to buy. Okay. So we basically had to split these nodes binarily, and we've just decided 8 should be the minimum node. We could have split it all the way down to 2, but that would have been super tedious for everybody involved. And so we decided 8 is going to be the smallest chunk that we're going to deal with.
You will be able to split those nodes down to 1 if you want to. But listen, we don't, keep in mind, we don't work for Hypercycle. We're a private community. All of this was done to give the greatest benefit to the digital investor and digital private client community. I'm sure there's other ways of doing it, which is great. That's just not what we're doing. What we're doing is 8 and 32, because we've been working with the people at Hypercycle to make sure we're doing that correctly. And we are. And what other people do is what other people do. We're not really, I mean, our business model is not selling nodes. We're just being a facilitator. And eventually the goal is that every time we have a node license that sells, that's another 1,024 tokens that are going to leave the market and be a part of this global compute network. So that's what our goal is.
Oh, Michael. MetaMask does an absolutely horrible job at this, especially 1155s. So they may show the NFTs, but it won't show all of them. Absolutely horrible. They use their own they use their own software, their own backend to do this, and they do not represent it correctly. So I would just go to OpenSea. You can see it more clearly.
Okay, I think we got the housekeeping.
Yeah, I think that's
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, should we get to some fun stuff?
Important stuff, yes.
Okay, let's do some AI news. And then we have some crypto news. Super fun. Okay, did you hear any amazing AI news over the weekend that you just wanted to share?
Whoa, no.
Whoa. Well, Elon Musk took life into his own hand, or to AI's hands? I don't know. He demos Tesla's AI-only self-driving technology. Elon Musk live streamed. You guys should check it out. I mean, the Tesla tech is pretty badass. Anyway, he live streamed a demo for their latest full self-driving software on Saturday, which relies entirely on AI with no hand-coded rules. None. So neural networks trained on large volumes of driving data power the AI, which was able to effortlessly, meaning lack of effort, handle turns, speed adjustments, obstacles during the joyride around Palo Alto. I thought joyride was like a legal term when some kids steal a car. Anyway, the system, can you imagine breaking into a car, like trying to steal it, and it's like AI, and it's like, no, get out. And then the door's locked. You're like, you've been arrested. Crap. Anyway, the system navigated construction zones, bicyclists, roundabouts it had never seen before, with Musk taking control just once when the car wrongly tried to enter a busy intersection, which would have been his last moments.
Yeah.
So we're not there just yet. FSD V12 marks a major shift from the earlier versions, which had relied on programming, logic, and code. It's being tested by employees globally to improve with more real-world training data. So yes, there's some imperfections, but his demo highlights the rapid advances in AI capabilities. And remember, we're only, August. And this time last year, other than us, I mean, in a few small little groups, nobody was really talking about AI with any seriousness. So think how far we've come. I mean, self-driving is coming. I know there are, there's a few cities where you can go get self-driving Ubers. So that's kind of cool.
That is way cool. Get out of here.
I don't know if I'm ready for the self-driving Uber that is Tesla yet, but we'll see. Okay. Also, I heard this from some car dealers, although I haven't got it verified, that there's a system that's being created where a bunch of car companies are all coming together to participate in this self-driving network. I know that Mercedes is involved and some others are involved, and I don't think it has anything to do with Fetch. But anyway, I think it has to do with Tesla. I mean, the word Tesla was thrown around like 4 times. So there we go. All right. Alibaba makes an AI leap with image reading models. So you could see like a dog and a woman and be like, that's a dog and that's a woman. Unless it's like, never mind. I guess in some situations there could be confusion if like a woman is dressed like a dog and then whatever, dog has lipstick. Anyway, Chinese tech giant Alibaba unveiled 2 new open source AI models on Friday that can understand images and have more complex conversations, representing a big advance for China's tech sector. They released Quinn VL and Quinn VL Chat. And so the VL is vision learning. And these are models that read images rather than text, unlike like ChatGPT and Bard and things like that. So Quinn VL can generate captions for images and answer open-ended visual queries. Quinn VL Chat can compare different images and sustain dialogues. So that's kind of cool. The model comes on the heels of their first AI regulation green lighting releases and continues the kind of US-China AI rivalry thing that's going on. With its push into AI, China is kind of telling the world that it's not just going to sit on its hands and just give up, which I think we all knew that. And so while the US has a lot of in-house competition, you don't really have that in China. China will tell you who's competing and who's not, and that's what will happen. So it looks like Alibaba is going to have, kind of the world is their AI oyster, something like that. That should be kind of interesting. Anyway, let's see how that all turns out. You can now create personalized GIFs with AI using, and again, this is all about prompting, prompt engineering. Like an example prompt would be, generate a stylized digital painting depicting, and then Brandon wearing sleeves. Use a vivid, whimsical art style in vibrant colors. And then you can take that, you can have it printed, you can have it put on a t-shirt. What would be funny is a t-shirt of Brandon wearing a t-shirt printed on a tank top.
Oh, perfect.
What?
Oh man, I did get a message. When are we selling merch? So that's the number one right there.
I don't know, man.
That's the number one merch.
What? It'd be tank tops or like a tank top.
We will sell. No, we will sell digital investor tank tops. That's 100%.
But only you have to pay in crypto. You can't pay with terrestrial dollars, and that's only to keep our friends. We're just trying to take all of your crypto. That's all we're trying to do. All right.
Jeez.
California tests AI for early fire detection. We were talking about this a while ago, but firefighters in California are training AI to scan live feeds for early signs of smoke and rapidly detect like wildfires as they're flaring up, getting started. And though it's still the early stages, the AI pilot has improved response times, catching some fires before even 911 calls. That's pretty cool. Ideogram launches.
Way cool. That's like
the
Minority
cool.
Report video, right? Minority Report. They were catching the crimes, the people in the crimes before they even happened.
Yeah, this is not that. I mean, it's not like they're looking at trees and guessing like, what are you thinking? Are you thinking about lighting on fire tree? If so, although you could imagine a system that analyzes the dryness of areas and the susceptibility. And anyway, Ideogram launches text smart image generator. So a startup called Ideogram, I already like the name, just launched. They got 16.5 million funding, everybody in AI gets funding, aiming to outshine Midjourney and DALL-E 2 by reliably generating text and typography within images. Its web app opened in beta this week, showing pretty cool lettering capabilities. But the overall image quality is pretty inconsistent and, sucks. And yet they got 16.5 million bucks. Man, everybody, if you do anything in AI right now, people will just take my money, take it. Anyway, Spain, the Spaniards form AI regulator before EU law. Spain announced the establishment of an agency because they're so good at governance in Spain that they need an agency to oversee artificial intelligence, becoming one of the first EU countries with a national AI regulator. The AESIA aligns with Spain's goals to be a world leader in ethical AI and comes ahead of the AI Act, which mandates agencies for all countries in the EU. Boy, I'll tell you what, the EU is all about creating a bunch of regulations before letting anybody experience any of the tech. They just can't. It's like no education until we put education guidelines. Right, but we none of us can read. It doesn't matter. You'll be able to read when we tell you to read after our education guidelines. Like, bro. So they have put the brakes on AI. I think there's probably a direct correlation between poor governance, poor financial systems, and the need for a bunch of regulations before the thing that they need to regulate is even out there to be regulated. So like, remember when Italy was like, no AI? I mean, no AI, no spell check. Every one of your documents looks like a damn 4-year-old wrote it because no AI. Get off the gas.
Like I wrote it.
Yeah, they were showing pictures of these strikers, like the people that are striking in Los Angeles, the writers and all that. And this girl was like, Chat GPT is stupid and it can't write as good as a person can write, and it writes stupid stories. I'm like, yeah, I bet your resume is just chock full of just winners. Like, come on, bro Cephas. Anyway, that's the AI news. Kind of cool. AI moves fast, man. And that's a big part of the way we are investing and going to invest. So obviously come Friday, that will be a big part of us starting to develop out our portfolios. So there you go. Okay, crypto news. We also have some crypto news. Okay, let me make sure I didn't miss any. Did we miss any cool questions?
No, not yet. I'll let you know if we do. I've seen
That's a good point, Tom. Will the regulators be artificial themselves? Like, are they going to use AI to regulate AI, or is it like, no? I don't know. That's interesting. Okay. So here's what we got. Let me get to, so I got an ARK investment story, which I thought was interesting. They have a new way to measure the value of Bitcoin because I guess the way we measure it, in US dollars is all wrong. Well, that's the way we price it, but don't worry because the people at ARK Investments, Kathy,
they'll come up with the right way. Don't worry. Nick.
By the way, inflation adjusted, because people hammer on Kathy and they say, listen, since 2021, you guys lost like 50 billion. And that is, somewhat accurate. Although 2023 has been a decent year for them. They're up a little bit, but they're down about 38 billion from that high. So Kathy rich, everyone else being broke. If you invested in 2021. Now, if you started with her in 2018, does anybody here want to guess? Okay, so you started with Kathy. Remember, she had the amazing 2021, 2020, just blew it out of the park. You had $1 that you invested in ARK in 2018. Do you want to know what that dollar is worth right now? Anyone? Brandon, what's that dollar worth?
12 cents. 12
no,
cents.
Man. Inflation adjusted. That sucks unadjusted, it's worth $1.20.
Oh, that's not bad.
Well, 20% in 5, almost 6 years.
So yeah, I mean, we're talking 2-3%.
If you were day one, yeah, it's 20% up. If inflation adjusted, it's 99 cents. So you're down. So in 5 years, now, do you want to know what your dollar is worth if you invested in 2021? When everybody else did. When the bulk of
30 cents.
Yeah, it's like, but it depends on how you do it. It's like between like 29 and 32 cents.
Ugh.
Not so good. Yeah. So just sometimes your sensei has no senses. Senseis. I tried to go with it. Anyway, they've decided that we don't know how to value Bitcoin. Therefore, in a recent development, blockchain, I think I even had the article. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Let's put it up. Nope. Okay, boom. See if you can see it. Ooh, look how pretty that is. Yay. Blockchain analytics firm Glassnode and asset manager ARK Invest have collaborated to develop. This sounds so damn stupid. Coin time economics. Brandon, you want to say that in a room full of people and be serious about it? Ladies and gentlemen, we're here to discuss
It's like
coin time
one of those.
economics.
It's one of those kid shows on PBS, and this is coin time economics. Welcome to our show.
I'm here to talk about coin time economics. Anyway, it's a new on-chain framework that determines the Bitcoin value because, again, we've all been doing it wrong. According to their white paper, this economic model is meant to be a new way of representing Bitcoin's tokenomics based on the tokens in circulation. It's expected that the coin time economics will complement the traditional unspent transaction output model, UTXO. UTXO model provides data on the amount of Bitcoin remaining in each address after a transaction. Well, this is part of the accounts system. I just don't think the people over at ARK know what the F they're doing. It's like, this is a different way to explain the color of your car. It's red. No. It's all the other colors that are not red. And then what's left?
Is the thing that I like about it's like they're taking math and turning it into English, right? I always excelled. I did really good at math. I love math, but English I struggled with it because it's so interpretational, in my opinion.
Listen, if you sit all day,
like, oh, okay, that number 5 is it could be a 6, could be a 4. No, it can't.
If you sit all day rearranging words, you can come up with any kind of damn explanation you want. But anyway, they say that their coin time economics provides a highly consistent framework that better highlights the economic state of Bitcoin. I mean, I think the price is a good one. Just, like the price times the tokens. Therefore, they're proposing coin blocks as a new measure. It's proposed based on the belief that coin time captures the real economic weight of each token on the network and helps investors better understand Bitcoin's fundamentals. The reason for measuring the weight of each token is because coin time economics posits that each Bitcoin value should vary based on the last time it was transacted. No, man, a Bitcoin is a Bitcoin is a Bitcoin. This is stupid stuff. I'm not going to keep reading. It actually makes my stomach hurt. Okay, let's switch gears. That's good old Kathy for you. You want to light your money on fire? She will do it. She will absolutely help you. Okay, don't you dare add me. Paxos holds this. Okay, at first this looks bad. Like, wait a minute, why does Paxos hold all of PYUSD as the stablecoin struggles to gain adoption? One, it's 2 weeks old. So I don't know. Brandon, do you think we can?
This is bad reporting. This is absolutely horrible reporting in every way because this is how the coins work. They haven't adopted. Okay. They haven't adopted yet because they haven't really unleashed it. So yeah, it's going to be held in the freaking developer's wallet. That's basically a deployer wallet right there. And these people just have no clue what they're talking about. So this is just news.
No, it's just not making it. People are just not willing to do it. The whole thing's a fail.
Well, that's only because they haven't, they announced it and then they just, like, I haven't even heard 2 cents about it since. And I'm like in the space.
Excuse me. I think there may be they're worried about some legal blowback. But anyway, PayPal stablecoin PYUSD is seeing sluggish adoption, although it's only been like 2 weeks. So to be fair, with 90% of the supply held by the issuer's wallet. Yeah, because unlike with USDT, where these criminals and crooks went out and bought up actual assets with funny money, PayPal has to wait until real money comes in so they can give out the funny money. Like, it's $1 of funny money for $1 of real money. Unlike the Tether model, which
you mean it has to be backed by actual dollars if they're trying to follow SEC
it's
regulations?
Crazy.
That is so weird. So it actually has to be purchased first instead of just disseminating into the universe.
Well, just use funny money to buy whatever the hell you want.
Wait, you didn't get your PYUSD airdrop?
PayPal USD PYUSD, a stablecoin officially launched by financial technology firm PayPal, is off to what they call a slow start. Notably, about 90% of the supply is still held by the issuer, which is the way it's supposed to be, where only 10 individual investors hold more than 1,000. Well, yeah, I didn't even know you could get it yet because I think it's still being tested, right? Anyway,
Let me
PYUSD's
check out this.
holdings
'Cause I didn't
on
think you
crypto
could either.
exchanges below 7%. Earlier this month, payment network giant PayPal launched its stablecoin PYUSD, a digital asset backed by the US dollar deposits and treasury bills. I think they also have some money market exposure. Anyway, while the launch attracted significant attention in the crypto community, the same cannot be said for the coin itself. Notably, new on-chain data suggests that PYUSD is grappling with slow adoption rates. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't even know. Oh, did you? Big Kitty got some. Okay, cool. I didn't even know you could get it yet. I wasn't sure. I just wasn't sure. I mean, I guess I would have some. I would keep it on MetaMask. I wouldn't keep it at PayPal.
Yep. There's no reason to get it yet because
Yeah, there's no
the only
reason.
it's
There's
like I told
no.
you guys, the only way I'm going to get it is I'm going to send it right to PayPal for that one transaction. The rest I'm holding on my MetaMask.
Well,
But yeah, you can get it. You can buy it now, Nick. I didn't even know that either.
if there was
there's no
a way
reason to buy it.
If there was a way to take it and get like say 5.5% on it, I might consider it, right? Because that'd be my way of getting treasury exposure or something like that. Anyway, new on-chain data suggests it's grappling with relatively slow adoption rates. The stablecoins holdings on crypto exchange wallets stand below 7%, with small balances on Kraken, Crypto.com, and Gate.io, which I actually got booted. I was using Gate up until like a few days ago. I mean, I've been using it for years, and I finally logged in and it said you were in a restricted IP area. So I guess I'm going to have to click the little VPN button on
That's
Brave.
your last day on Gate. Just kidding.
No, man, VPN, bro. I mean, I'm not telling anyone to do anything they shouldn't do, but
No.
do it. Do it.
Don't do it.
Do it. Okay, anyway, yeah, so we'll see. The reason I showed that story is it kind of rolls into another story, and that is about kind of what's going on with, I'll show you. Stable coins are doing a lot of business, like a lot. Bloomberg data shows stable coins transacted over 6.8 trillion in 2022. It's the crap load, man. The figure outpaced traditional payments companies. Bloomberg predicts almost a 3,600% growth in stablecoins with PayPal adoption. Now, I don't know about that, but I do think stablecoins are going to be the biggest gainer in total market cap exposure, because you're going to have central bank backed assets and then a variety of other stablecoins that financial institutions will release and all these different iterations. But recently, crypto market analyst at Bloomberg spotted, I don't read the other part, it's Bloomberg Intelligence, but I don't think those two should go together. They spotlighted the place of stable coins in processing trillions of dollars of transactions. According to this analyst, stable coins made significant strides in the digital money kind of ecosystem. Well, yeah, of course, right? The analyst noted that the crypto coins surpassed established players like MasterCard and PayPal. So in particular, the current, the revealed kind of behavior on various layer one crypto networks transacted 6.87 trillion in stable coins in 2022. The figure outpaced most traditional payment companies, which is kind of badass. They beat PayPal. They beat MasterCard. Now, I don't really think of PayPal as a dollar transmitter. I do think of MasterCard as a dollar transmitter. He pointed out that even Bitcoin had outperformed Visa regarding transaction volumes during the same period. That's not good for Visa, because, I mean, Bitcoin ain't doing nothing. Anyway, meanwhile, he, she, or they, because we don't know their pronouns, noted that the current year has brought some challenges. The hurdle saw a sharp 80% drop in stablecoin volumes due to stringent U.S. regulations, hashtag Gary Gensler, and a bearish market sentiment that descended. Well, it didn't descend in our portfolios because we're doing AI stuff. But I get it. If you were just, sitting in Bitcoin and Ethereum, 2023 has not been a banner year for you. Despite these setbacks, they anticipate a surge in stablecoin issuance. They believe the growth will be driven by PayPal's decision to introduce stablecoins, which, yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't know. I know that the way I look at PayPal entering the space is it's another check of, confidence in using digital assets to do stuff. I mean, did news of PayPal issuing a stablecoin bring anybody into the crypto space? I don't think so. Do you, Brandon? What do you think?
No. Not until they implement a marketing campaign to make people use it. And by that, I mean the people that are already on their platform need to have a reason to use it instead of just their credit card right now. And they don't have one.
They have a cool chart, which I will show you. And then I will kind of explain to you, that's not that one, this one. Okay, cool chart. So what they're basically saying is they're looking at, in blue, the current active users, in orange-ish, the active users with 1% PayPal conversion. They're basically making an argument that this scenario could play out, that PayPal could facilitate a 3,600% growth in stablecoin adoption based on the amount of people that are doing transactions on PayPal, and the sellers and buyers all getting together and finding that it's easier to use. But where I would push back is, if you're using PayPal as a user, I don't know what the difference is. Why is there any difference for me as using PayPal? It's not like it's any faster or slower. It may have transaction finality and termination, all these great things, but I don't know that as a user. I don't experience that. Like, what does the user see any difference in PYUSD versus just doing a regular PayPal with terrestrial money transaction? Is there any difference? The only thing I can think of is that as a seller, if I receive a PayPal USD, whatever transaction in that stablecoin, and I get that shit off of the exchange, off of PayPal, they can't steal it back from me, which they can do and have done with regular money. If you have money in your account and you sell something to somebody and they just lie and say they didn't got it, PayPal snatches your money. They just say, you don't have that money. The money's frozen. So but again, they're not just going to let you pull your currency units off of what I think this is PayPal doing is PayPal is trying to prevent an exodus to where people start buying and selling just using MetaMask and things like that. Otherwise, I don't even know what the hell reason they're doing it for, other than just to make, and if PayPal was just in it for the community, which they're clearly not, then they would just allow USDC to be transacted on PayPal's platform.
Yep, they wouldn't have launched their own token because their token does essentially nothing new in
Does
crypto.
nothing. So I guess when you do your 5 Ts, when you get to the Y token part, you have a big glaring question, and there's not a good answer, in my opinion, for that. Wah, 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 wah. Okay, should we open it up to some Qs and some As?
Yeah, let's get some Qs and some As. Put them in right now, boys and girls. And helicopters.
Let's see. Are you accepting USDC yet for license purchase?
Not yet. It's easy to transfer your USDT to US or USDC to USDT, like one swap. So
if you do it on Coinbase, that swap is free.
Right. Yeah, Ethereum and USDT right now.
Don't send money. Don't go directly from Coinbase and purchase stuff. Don't let Coinbase be the arbiter of what you can and can't purchase. You need to get used to this process. Regular green money goes to Coinbase or Kraken. That money gets turned into either stablecoin or whatever asset that they have, and that gets pushed to MetaMask or whatever your wallet of choice is. Okay? Don't transact from an exchange, because they are a kind of financial institution, and they will kind of tell you what you can and can't do, or they'll just freeze your shit.
What he's saying is, when you send from Coinbase, don't send directly to Nick or this wallet or that wallet. only sent to your own MetaMask wallet. So when Coinbase asks you, where did you send your money? You said you sent it to yourself. I want you to be 100% honest with Coinbase. So if you do send it to Nick, say you sent it to Nick. But if you send it to yourself, then they have no control where you send it after that. So send it to yourself first, because they shouldn't control where you send your money.
Is there a difference between MetaMask wallet and MetaMask portfolio?
Let's see. What does that mean? I guess no.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I
know.
MetaMask. Let me see if there's a button that says like MetaMask portfolio or something. Portfolio view. Oh, maybe that's what they're talking about. So if you go to portfolio view, it's the same. It's just your wallet. Yeah. It's just a bigger version of what's in your wallet.
It's just another way of looking at it. It takes up the whole tab versus just being a drop down.
And I noticed it's late on resolving a few things. Interesting.
How about VeChain Singularity Net partnership? Yes, there is a partnership, although I don't know what it means. And I don't know that it moves the needle for either one of those companies. I mean, it's probably better for VeChain. VeChain is what, a penny 7? Let's look. let's go ahead and look at the markets while we do this. So let me zoom us into our market update. So in the context of that question, we should go and look at VeChain. Where is this? Way down? Oh, God, do I even follow it? Oh, there it is. There it is. It's a penny and a half. How has it reacted? Well, not at all. It's a who cares for me. I mean, VeChain is still run by a very kind of borderline suspicious people. I don't know, man. I don't think. I mean, good for good for Singularity Net, creating another partnership. Good for VeChain entertaining it or whatever. I mean, VeChain is a lot more, has a lot more exposure than Singularity Net, obviously, because we're still very niche. So I think that's probably good for everyone. I don't think it moves the needle for anyone. Brandon, does it make you want to go out and splurge on some VeChain?
No, I haven't even looked at it this month. There's just so many better assets right now that we're going to go over starting, well, Friday. We're going to walk through all this.
It's like if Jeffrey Dahmer has a good accountant. He got this new accountant. You're like, Jeffrey Dahmer's got a new accountant. No, it's still Jeffrey Dahmer. I mean, he still dates people, then chops their heads off. I don't know if that's... Anyway, it doesn't, to me, it doesn't mean much of anything. So cool. It's probably a deal that's better for Singularity Net than VeChain. I just don't think VeChain. I don't think VeChain is much of anything. If they were going to be this kind of powerful logistics layer 1, you know, anti-counterfeiting and all this kind of product tracking and all this kind of stuff, you'd think that they'd have done it in, you know, the many years they've been in existence. In this two token system, kind of they have VeChain and the VeChain Thor, which is like the gas for the transactions, all this kind of crap. It just seems like poorly put together. But who knows? Maybe the Singularity Net team will come in and bling them out. I don't know. It's not that interesting to me. Bitcoin's quiet, has been quiet. I thought it was funny that Jerome Powell's speech on Friday, no one even cared. Like crypto didn't care. Traditional markets didn't care. Those boneheads, no one cares. And I think that they're coming to terms with all that. So whatever. Anyway, I didn't really see anything over the weekend that made me look up for
literally nothing moved over the weekend. It was the most boring weekend ever.
Look at those low marks over the day. I tell you one thing that I'm doing right now is I'm just focused on where is my staking revenue going to go. So I use my staking rewards that's my new money in the market, because I've gotten to the point, thankfully, where my investment portfolio is at a size where new money in doesn't move the needle. So what I'm doing is I'm redeploying my staking rewards, and I have staking rewards from all over the place, from all these different things. And each day I'm like, yeah, this is my new money, but I still wait and I do my dollar cost averaging every 5 days. So I still have a 5-day cycle, and I think Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Tomorrow's my next day. So yeah, that's kind of cool. So tomorrow I'll be looking at some delicious little assets. And when we start, the show officially starts. For those of you that don't know, these Monday, Wednesday, Friday shows will go behind the wall. I think we're going to have like 15 minutes of like, hey, how's it going? And then boop. Everything else is just for the private clients and for the digital investors. And at that point, we will get a lot more, we'll be a lot less withholding and a lot more forthcoming about exactly what we're doing. Because part of the idea about that service is that we are telling you what we're doing in kind of real time. So like if we say, hey, we're going to go do this, we will let you guys know before. Like if I'm going to go pour money into something, I'm going to tell you guys at least a show before I do it so that you guys can front run what we're doing. We don't want people think we're trying to, we'll tell them to buy this. We're not Tika, right? We don't tell our buddies what we're going to talk about and they go invest in it and then we talk about it. We kind of do it in reverse where we talk about it first.
That's right. And part of the way that we are structuring this that Nick talked about yesterday or the day before is we want everybody within Digital Investor to know how to do pretty much every major transaction. Yeah, that's true. Every major transaction within crypto. We want you guys to be able to do these steps that we are doing every day. Nick and I are doing every day. We've noticed that a lot of people are struggling with these simple steps. So we're going to make it so you'll take these like our course or basically our videos. You'll be able to watch those and be able to succeed in doing those transactions easily by like the end of the year or next year, or whatever it is. You'll be able to grow at a pace where you can do these transactions and potentially teach them to somebody else and onboard more and more people to crypto. That's our goal. Teach to fish.
Yeah, and there was some people, excuse me, a couple of you were saying something about your portfolios where you're not seeing the dollar amount of that. Only exchanges are going to give you a dollar version of where you're at. Now, I know MetaMask, when you first open it, there is like a portfolio, like an amount of the total portfolio. But for the most part, crypto assets, it is that token. And there may be a value of that token compared like to the US dollar. But if you have X amount of tokens, you have X amount of tokens. It doesn't really matter what dollars do beside it. That's just a currency pair. So you really have to kind of, crypto asset trading and crypto asset ownership is a lot like being a currency trader, like on Forex, in that you have all these different currency pairs and you have francs and euro and dollars and renminbi and all this kind of stuff like that. Those are all separate currencies that have their own exchange rates, and they are, the more money in the space makes all of that pricing more consistent. But again, right now in the early days, which we are still, illiquid assets on illiquid exchanges traded by sketchy, dubious, and sometimes like complete creepy individuals. You just got to keep that in mind. Did you know, Brandon, there was $1 billion in liquidations last week in Bitcoin?
Was it the Voyager? Bill?
No, people that were long, people that bought into the idiots out there telling people to go long and go big. Bitcoin's going to a gazillion. Sweet. I'm gonna get 110x leverage.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, we won't. And I know we've had a couple of questions. We don't go over any of that. We don't leverage anything. We're just straight up. You buy $1, you have $1 to invest. Why would you need to 10x leverage yourself on stuff that could already 10x or negative 10x?
Marty, no. Digital Heavyweights is a Monday Morning Live product that has been discontinued, no longer exists. If you still think you have it, go get your money back. Go ask for a refund. You will get it. Digital Investor is Brandon and me. That is all.
Yeah. Paying for digital heavyweights is like buying something at Walmart, then going to Target and say, "Can I have that milk I bought at Walmart?" Right? Yeah.
You don't even want Walmart milk. Can you imagine?
Are you kidding me?
Wall milk?
That's exclusive for us. Exclusive. If you're not on Walmart delivery, you're not living, man.
Does your milk come with chunks? 1/3 less chunks. Walmart milk. So yes, this is new and it's separate. And also, we don't want anyone, don't feel bullied into it. We still have a lot of cool free content. It just won't be this. The actual building of portfolios, the management, the training, the game theory, and the kind of educational session type material, all that is going to be behind a wall. Most of that is legal because we can't do the kinds of things publicly, as you guys may know, that we can do behind a wall once you've been indemnified and all this kind of stuff. So there you go. That's how that's going to be. So yeah. Have you ever reviewed the X days until green number since you established the number? Yes. I mean, I think today is at 160. I still think that's pretty much on track, right? Like that would still be about 5 months and change, right? 5 months and 10 days-ish, depending on the 30s and 31s. What does 5 months take us to? So we're basically about to start September. So through September, October, November, December, January, mid-January. Mid-January is when we start getting decisions or at least some idea of Bitcoin ETFs and things like that. And I think we'll be in a much more enthusiastic place. So I think that's probably pretty accurate, but it's not going to be to the day. This is just judging from the last times the market has pulled into kind of a recoil and then it's expanded. And many of these are just human-based cycles of investment and overinvestment and then getting pillaged and then having to pay off your debts and licking your wounds and not investing because you're hurt and burnt. And like humans invest in cycles, they start taking more and more risk and then they get blown up and then they go away from the market and then they slowly come back. And I think that's kind of where we're at. We're at the people been wounded. And for the next 4, 5, 6 months, I think people are going to be looking like everybody's, are we at the bottom? Are we? I mean, I think we've probably been at the bottom. Now we, like the digital heavyweight community, which would be the digital investor, we did fine because AI, like we did really good. But other than AI, everything else has been getting kicked in the nuts for 2 years, which is good because it's investable. So anyway, I guess that's how I'd look at it. On Friday, will we be suggesting new tokens on the portfolio? Well, we're going to be building a portfolio from the ground up. So we'll see. Good for you. Good for you and your refund. All right. Access to Friday's show. No. So Brandon, what do people that are current digital investors, what will they do on Friday?
So easy peasy. Go log in your member dashboard. The show will be right there.
Log in.
So every single one of you guys have access to the member dashboard. It's the dashboard with all the tools. It has everything that you need, know, and love in there. Like, honestly, it's that simple. Just go log into the member dashboard. We're going to be live streaming there. It'll be right on the homepage. Like, honestly, let me go ahead and add this to the stream here. What is happening? Hold on a second. I don't know either. This is really weird. Anyway, log into the member dashboard. It'll be there. There's also now a chat area in there where you can chat back and forth, which is kind of cool. So you can go in there. You can chat with other people that are in the member dashboard. It has all the old recordings. Like, these are going to be compiled here, so you don't have to go anywhere else. Like, you could maybe try to go find the old ones and stuff on Nick's old channel or whatever, but they're all going to be compiled here so you can watch them easily. All special sessions are going to be here. All educational videos are going to be here. Everything's going to be here, so you don't have to go literally anywhere else. And this is where the live stream is going to be. Like, if I could push play right now, I don't know what it'll show. Oh, it shows us right now. So everything is going to be right here, right now, at your convenience. The member dashboard. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, where do you go? The member dashboard. If you have a question, where do you go? The member dashboard.
Wait,
if you want to convert your crypto,
what is the member dashboard?
This is Digital Investor, man. So if you haven't signed up for the member dashboard or haven't signed up for Digital Investor, go to our website. and you'll see a spot where you can sign up to join the show. Hold on, I think I'm gonna get a double here soon.
It's like a picture within a picture.
I love that picture. That's gonna be like my t-shirt within my t-shirt within my tank top. It's gonna be so cool. Look at that. It's starting to echo effect. I love that. Anyway, so yeah, everything's over there. Go over there. You can sign up. You can pay with credit card. You can pay with crypto. You can pay monthly. You can pay annually. You can pay semi-annually with crypto. This is so cool. And no, this is not digital heavyweights. So if you are in digital heavyweights, call and get a refund because Nick Black's no longer over there. Just like you guys have said in the comments here, call and get a refund. And just, you don't have to come over to Digital Investor, but I know it's going to be worth your time and while if you come over to Digital Investor. But you don't have to.
Tuesday and Thursday content is still free, but it's not going to be investment content because we can't do that. That's why you've noticed, like on these shows, we're not making investment calls for people and stuff like that. We cannot legally do that. We behind the wall, we can do that, and we will do that. So the Tuesday, Thursday shows are more about education and some Q&A and stuff like that. But I have to keep that very like sanitized. So yes, that'll be fine. You'll still get the tech videos. That still goes out for free. No one has to do this. And also, we don't want anybody that doesn't want to be doing it. If you want to be a part of it, be a part of it. If you have any reservations, don't do it. That's the whole point. We're trying to teach soundness in monetary thinking and finance. And then, sorry if I missed it. I received one NFT.
Nick? See, Nick? I get these. I'm not kidding you. 50 times a day. Go watch the start of the show, please, Hawaii Kai.
Yeah, we did a big discussion, Kai, on that.
I can't.
When is the next interview? When I get the next time I get an interview, I don't know what the future looks like, Thomas. I can only imagine that hopefully tomorrow or the next day I'll talk to Tufi. All right, I think we should probably call it a day.
Oh yeah, we went over.
Yeah, man.
This has been good though. This has been good.
Right.
I don't think Tracy. Yeah. Oh, I was gonna hit that. So this will be up on the Digital Investor website, guys. I don't think you understand. 7 days last week, I probably worked like all through the night most days. I'm not even kidding you with this hypercycle thing. My wife is gonna shoot me in the head like over and over again. But we want to get this rolled out efficiently. I can guarantee you this. No other place in the world could have done what Nick and I did last week. I can almost guarantee you. 100%.
And really that means what Brandon did because he did pretty much all the work.
Like we did not sleep at all. Like no, well, I mean, whatever. We did not sleep at all. Like I was up at 1 a.m. responding to emails, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. And then I'd wake back up at 6 a.m. and get back at, like, I did not sleep last week at all. So, but that's only because we want this thing to go smoothly and very nice. So a couple of the things are going to lag, like that cognitive bias book, but we'll get it on the website. Don't you worry.
But don't cry for Brandon, Argentina. Wait.
No. Don't cry for. We're going to make this happen, guys. Yeah, okay. Maybe it didn't work for reasons.
Stay in school. Don't do drugs. Don't do anything my poor and solvent drunk, struggling meth grandmother or Brandon sleeves or no sleeves wouldn't do. And on that note, we bid you a fond adieu.
If you're an accredited investor and you want in on angel, seed round or early round equity and token opportunities in the artificial intelligence and cryptocurrency space, schedule an interview at nickblacknext.com. In life, you can either be really good, really lucky, or just be first. Being first is so much easier. Schedule a digital private client interview today at nickblacknext.com.